Good morning, guys. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having an amazing week. Come on in. Let me know how your morning is going. And if you're catching this on the replay, whether it's on LinkedIn or on Facebook, I want you to use hashtag replay down in the comments and let me know what your question is. I am here every single Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern, giving you all the personal branding, LinkedIn, and positioning tips that you need to excel. Your girl is a little bit sleep deprived to excel professionally. So come on in. We are going to talk about some common LinkedIn myths. I know I talk about LinkedIn all the time, and there are definitely, some common statistics, and maybe I'll come back next week and share a little bit about that. But there are, going to say, 5 common myths that a lot of people have about LinkedIn, and I really want to talk about that today. Okay, so come on in. We are streaming again on Facebook, in the Align and Shine Facebook group, on the Work with Dion Facebook page, and on LinkedIn. Okay, now as a reminder, guys, enrollment is still open for the Brand Brilliance Collective, which is my 3-month coaching program where I show you how to go from invisible to the go-to expert in your career, in your business. If you're looking to level up your online presence on LinkedIn, if you are in support or need support with your brand strategy as we go into the new year, this is the program for you. This is not just the course that I'm throwing, info at you, but it's truly a supportive community with hot seat coaching calls and all the support you need to shine in business and your career. Now, spots are limited because this is a very, very high touch program. Okay. So head on over to workwithdion.com to get enrolled. Now, let's talk about these common LinkedIn myths. I think there are so many missed opportunities that people are just not taking advantage of because, for whatever reason, right, LinkedIn is something that has a lot of people have a lot of preconceived notions or assumptions about. Okay, so let's talk about these top 5 LinkedIn myths. Number one, this one I hear a lot, that LinkedIn is for job seekers. Listen, the decision makers, the people who are holding the corporate purse strings, right? If you are an entrepreneur, you are missing out on some serious opportunities, right? The truth is that LinkedIn is a personal branding and thought leadership platform. It is where you go to be a part of the conversation that's happening around your industry. It is where you demonstrate thought leadership. And here's an interesting statistic is that companies that post weekly on LinkedIn see 2 times higher engagement than any other platform. Did you know that? So if you are looking to connect with people who are ready to buy or to connect with people who can put you in touch with people, right? Don't look at LinkedIn as just a job board. That is one of the many, many features of LinkedIn. Okay. If you are there to network, if you're trying to get on stages, speaking engagements, clients, if you're an entrepreneur, that is where it's at. Okay, guys, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. We are talking about common LinkedIn myths, and we're going to address some of these myths. Okay, the second one is which is one that I will never understand is that, oh, Dion, I can only connect with people that I know. Not so. I mean, you totally could, right? But LinkedIn is the place where you go to network with strangers. I know it sounds scary, but guys, on LinkedIn, each connection that you make introduces you on average to 400 new people, right? And right now, has reached over 1 billion users, right? So why not tap into that potential, right? There are over 58 million companies on LinkedIn. So if you are in the market for a new position, right? Sure, go through the front door with submitting your application, but go onto LinkedIn and connect with people who are either currently at that company or maybe previously, right? Try to gain some other access, right? We all know that a lot of job opportunities are done through networking. So stop being afraid to network with strangers, okay? Guys, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. We're talking about my top 5 LinkedIn myths, okay? This is a pretty short list, but like I said, top 5. I'm sure there are others right? But these are the ones that I hear probably the most. Okay. Number three is that I can just copy and paste my resume onto my LinkedIn profile, and then my LinkedIn profile is done. Listen, writing for an online platform versus a piece of paper, two different things, right? The attention span of users online is much different. So you need to be able to, it's an art and a science to this. You need to be able to speak to your ideal prospect via your LinkedIn profile without copying and pasting it, right? No one should come to your LinkedIn profile and there's just a dissertation, right? No one's going to read all that text, okay? We like to scan text. Our attention spans are very short. And actually, your LinkedIn profile can serve as your own website slash portfolio. So even if you don't have a website that's showcasing all of your work, there are features on your LinkedIn profile for free, guys, where you can post videos, documents, your certifications. You can live stream, right? Hello, that's what I do. You can live stream on LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn has a great video feed as well, right? So I want you to think more holistically about your online presence. Okay, your resume is important, but it's not synonymous with your LinkedIn profile. Okay, if you have reports, presentations, videos, add it to your LinkedIn profile. Guys, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. We are on number 3 of why, not why, but what are the top 5 LinkedIn myths? Okay, now, whatever questions that you guys have about LinkedIn, personal branding, thought leadership, I want you to drop your question down below. And if your question is on the replay, use hashtag replay with your question or comment. Number 4, this is a big one. Well, my LinkedIn headline should be my job title. First of all, that's just boring, right? So if you are an accountant, right, think of your LinkedIn profile as a way to drive traffic from the internet, from search engines, right? So if you have accountant, that's not very telling, right? I want you to think of your profile as an opportunity for you to share a little bit more into who you are, okay? And also keep in mind you have less than 7 seconds, so you have to create a level of relevance and intrigue on your LinkedIn headline, okay? So again, your headline, that's kind of like the breadcrumbs, right? That's like the little carrot. Some people call it the carrot. You're getting the person's attention and then they're going to stop, read it, and want to know more, okay? So spruce up your headline a little bit. I believe you have 200 or 220 characters. So don't just put your title, because you, my dear friends, are so much more than your title. And then there's number 5. I hear people say there's no legit connections or opportunities on LinkedIn. The truth is, 6 people are hired through LinkedIn every single minute. 6 people. Can you imagine that? So if there's, for some reason, a disconnect between what you're looking to accomplish on LinkedIn and whatever's not happening, like, I want you to reach out to me. I want us to have a realistic conversation about why you think there are no legitimate leads on LinkedIn. Because remember, if each connection introduces you on average to 400 new people, there's opportunity there, right? And also, as an interesting stat, in 2022, there was an 88% increase in hires just from LinkedIn alone. Okay. Another statistic showed that 75% of those who recently changed jobs use LinkedIn to find job opportunities. Guys, that is where it's at, whether you are an entrepreneur, a corporate climber. About 72% of recruiters use LinkedIn when they're looking for new talent. 67% of recruiters say that professionals hired through LinkedIn are of higher quality. Okay, listen. That there's a saying, and I forget what influencer said this, and it stuck with me. He said, Instagram is for the show, LinkedIn is for the dough, or the dough. He said dough, but I'm kind of square. So I want you to think about ways that you can connect with very high level decision makers, right? So just again, try to network, try to spruce up your LinkedIn profile, get engaged on the platform, start creating content videos. I know that it's a professional site, but it doesn't have to be so stiffy stuffy. Okay. And now, if you need help with your online presence and with your personal brand, I want you to join us for the Brand Brilliance Collective. This is my 3-month coaching program where I am showing a handful of people, yes, how to optimize and get really just masterful at LinkedIn. But for those who are feeling stuck in your career and in your business, if you want to make a bigger impact, finally get recognized for your brilliance, this is a 3-month program exclusively for ambitious corporate climbers and entrepreneurs. Okay. So let me break down what happens in the Brand Brilliance Collective. We have weekly coaching calls. Okay. They are not lectures, it's real time support, right? You come with your real life problems and challenges, and you'll get hot seat coaching from yours truly. And you have 24/7 portal access throughout these 3 months so that you can revisit trainings or resources whenever you feel like you need a refresher. Okay, there is such an extensive library of downloadable resources that I have created to support my clients in their brand building journey. Okay, so if you are looking for the encouragement, the accountability, and if you are ready to be seen, heard, and valued for what you bring to the table and get those coins, head on over to workwithdion.com. So listen, guys, I am here to help you demystify LinkedIn. It is time for you to come out of the shadows because you are too dope to sit on all that talent. Okay. Well, guys, I've got to run, but this was great. And I will see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m. for the live stream. Take care.